Welcome back to Consumer Labs. Today we're going to talk about heating mugs. Now, this could be a great, holiday gift, birthday gift, or just something that you need to have when you're going back to the office. The beauty of these cups, the benefit to these types of cups, these heating mugs, is that they maintain the temperature of the liquid in which you're heating up. For example, if I want my coffee at 100 degrees Fahrenheit, it will keep it exactly 100 degrees Fahrenheit. If I want my coffee, if I like my coffee at 110, you get the point. It's supposed to maintain at that temperature. Now, you may say, well, can I just get a regular mug and boil water and put it in? You could do that, of course. But the problem, as you all know, is that when you put your coffee or your tea or whatever inside a mug, a non-heating mug, what happens is after a certain period of time, what happens? It gets cold. And then what you gotta do? Put it back in the microwave, heat it back up on the stove, etc., etc. Or worst case scenario, it gets so cold they just throw it out and you make yourself have to make yourself rather another one. So that's the beauty of this. It keeps it at a consistent temperature. For this particular mug, the S3 Pro, keeps it for hours. They have other mugs as well, and we will be testing those as well. Now, in order to measure the temperature and making sure that the S3 Pro mug temperature is consistent, I'm going to use two separate devices. One is going to be an infrared thermometer, which is this one right here. And the other one is going to be a thermal imaging camera, which I programmed. And this is a thermal imaging camera. It's a portable device, rather. And the beauty of this is that I programmed it so you can have the minimum, maximum, and current temperature reading of the mug. That way I get a more accurate assessment. In addition to that, I'm also get a visual representation of the thermal imaging of the mug. So, with that being said, let's get started. So, the software for the S3 Pro is showing a temperature of 149 degrees Fahrenheit. Mind you, the maximum temperature of this cup should be about 150 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's about right, all right? 1 degree off. So then I decide to measure the temperature using my devices, a thermal imaging camera, infrared camera, and you can see that the temperature is different. The reason why the thermal imaging camera and the infrared camera is different because it's spot specific, meaning that wherever it points at, wherever its target is, that's the temperature is going to take. Whereas if you use a contact thermal sensor, it's going to measure the temperature of the cup as a whole, the liquid as a whole. So that's where I decided to go with. And you can see it's showing a temperature of 151. It varied to be a little bit more precise. It went from 150 to 151, which is about right. So at the end of the day, the cup, as far as it's maintaining its temperature, is very precise, extremely precise. And 1 degree, 2 degree-ish is not really a big deal because most people are not going to be able to taste a temperature that's 1 degree off. So I must say it's excellent at maintaining its temperature. So we're going to do more tests with the S3 Pro, and we're going to test out its duration as far as the battery life is concerned, and we're going to keep it moving with this. So with that being said, this is Consumer Labs. We'll talk.